What's up? I'm back, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. There's a lot going on with me. You know, for those who follow me, know there's a lot of stuff happening. This is for my community. You know, anybody else who wants to watch it, fine, but it's for the people that enjoy my content. I figured I'm going to talk about it. So today I'm going to react to an article in the Daily Beast. It's called Comedian Jamie Kennedy on how he ended up in an anti-abortion propaganda film. I'm going to react to an article. When I got offered this interview, I knew it was going to be a partial landmine. The Daily Beast, I would say, is very left-leaning, probably far left-leaning, I'm not sure. So I knew going into it, they're probably going to have a certain bent which they want to achieve. And that's okay. That is their publication. And I thought it was very cool that they wanted to talk to me. The young writer, very nice guy. He said that I want to talk to you because a lot of the players in the film I would expect, but I've been a fan of yours for a long time and I'm wondering why you're in this. So I wanted to pick your brain. Basically, that was telling me that, you know, he thought I was like a reasonable guy and he thought I was in something that was unreasonable. And then it says underneath it, in conversation. We kind of had a conversation, but I'll get to that. So just to show you, so I'll break it down for you, so simple. And so instead of me just going through the history, I'm just going to go through this article and I'll just react to it and then we can talk from there. But just look at that picture, right? It's a picture of me at the Laugh Factory doing a bit and I'm like, and has nothing to do with this film or this interview. So that picture helps sell the headline, how Jamie Kennedy ended up in an anti-abortion propaganda film. And he's like, what? Come on. They're already starting to sell. One of the things that you're going to see about the interview is that I was keeping an open mind. There are definite things that I pushed back on that are not in the article. I had to go on and defend. I mean, basically, I had to defend myself for the whole article. Basically, it was like, yo, why did you do this? Did you know you were doing this? And do you know what this is? And basically, like, how could I do this? That's not a way to start an interview, right? Like, it's all these people like, yeah, you got him. You schooled him. It's like, this isn't a contest. I could fight just as hard. It's just like, that's the problem is people want to win, but they're not really winning anything. And so that's what it was. It wasn't really, it was more like, you're a bad boy. Did you know this? Boy, you know, you're a bad boy. And, you know, I feel bad for you because you got duped. And it was like, there's certain things that I wouldn't say I got duped that I was not aware of, but there's other things I was, and there's other things that were facts. There was a lot of what I thought crazy shit in this script, and I thought, where are you getting this? And then they would show me the books. You know what I mean? Like I there's certain stuff I was like, this really happened, and there's other stuff I didn't think that was that unbelievable. Do I think the movie is propaganda? Definitely. Do I think it's fucking Triumph of the Will? No. And the guy, when he says, well, if you're associated with Triumph of the Will, then they would consider you a Nazi. Yeah, Triumph of the Will was made by Hitler. And a Kennedy, a 50-year-old centrist, why is my age in there? And then why centrist in quotes? A centrist who supports women's rights to choose, which I do. I went into this movie pro-choice. He seems both intrigued by the controversy that the film has stoked and worried about the ramifications it may have for his career. I may be worried. I may not be. Look, I'm part of a movie that's talking about something. I'm not some guy in Hollywood who acts like they're an expert on politics and you can print that. I'm sick of that. Yeah, I mean, that speaks for itself. Isn't that refreshing? I could tell you a lot of my opinions on politics, but why do you want to hear them? You have enough fucking ex-NBC actresses telling you how you should think. You have enough. Come on, man. Because people really love it when Chelsea Handler, I hate to name names, but fuck it. Chelsea's fucked some shit about me. People really love it when Chelsea Handler gives her opinion on politics. Don't you just love it how she gently tries to persuade you in the sweetest way? She's not condescending or, judgmental or makes you feel like you're a fucking loser if you don't believe it. Remember that? That's great? Doesn't that just win you over so quickly? Were you wearing prosthetics in this? Now that's fucking... that could be a direct shot. First thing is I laughed because I was like, whoa. But here's what I should have said to the guy. No, dude, we shot the movie in New Orleans. I was wearing gumbo. I was fucking fatter then. Okay, this is like after this movie is when I stopped drinking, because after this movie I started watching myself. I'm like, damn, I look kind of heavy on the screen. Because I was drinking fucking wine and fucking eating gumbo and beignets. We were living the dream, man. Do you think that was a shot? Were you wearing prosthetics in this? And I just laughed and I'm like, well, my hair, we thinned it out, which we did. We made my hair look worse. But no, I was wearing my face. It was just a heavier face. Now imagine if you asked an actress that. Could you imagine if you asked an actress that? As a comic, I imagine you're anti-censorship. Yes, I am. And one thing that struck me as odd is this film is co-produced by the Catholic League for Religious and Civil Rights, which is a pre-censorship organization that attacks any media that pokes fun at the Catholic Church. The group has come under dogma, Kathy Griffin, and a member of other films and comedians just for lightly mocking the church. And I wrote, I didn't even know that. To be real with you, there's a lot of people that produce this, and I didn't even know that. I didn't know that the Catholic League did that. I believe in free speech. I just thought it was a very cool role. Did I know how controversial it was going to be? No. It's my answer, dude. There's so much more stuff I said here, but he's just using those lines to just make me seem like I'm just sticking to the same story as I said more. But at the end of the day, I didn't know the Catholic League would produce it. When I got on the fucking movie, the Catholic League was not involved, okay? And if they were, no one told me. And there's probably 25 fucking producers on this movie, because that's how you make an independent movie. So you get 25 or 30 people in the credits. Do I know all the people involved? You know the guy who fucking has Curves Gym invested? I didn't know that. Do you know Octavius Prince? That's who I knew because he was in the movie with me. He's the biggest investor. There's probably 20, 25 money people involved in this movie. I don't know all of them, but I said to the guy there that also Martin Luther King's niece, Alveda King, was also a producer. Did he mention that? No, he did not. Yeah, so every fucking actor in Hollywood, when you do these fucking independent movies that goes straight to fucking Redbox, they know. I'm sure every actor that's in a Sundance movie knows every producer's name. And when the money comes in later for post, they knew that producer was going to be on it. They knew. Yeah, they know every producer who's on the fucking movie, because we had to raise money for P&A, dude. Oh, who are those people? I need a list and name of all of them. You mentioned that the director left and was replaced by Kathy, but there were many crew members that left during production, right? Tons. That is true. Now, I'm not sure, but I could have started the sentence with that. A ton of people left. They did. A lot of people left. Probably, I can't tell you the number. I would say, I wouldn't be surprised if half left. I don't think more than half left. There was a lot of people I knew the whole run of the movie, from wardrobe to makeup to catering to camera. I would say I wouldn't even say half left, but there's definitely people that left, but there was people that were on with the whole movie with me. I said, yeah, I don't know how to answer that. Nick Loeb's character says in the film, you can't turn a woman's body into a business negotiation. That struck me as pretty ironic, given that this is pretty much what he did in real life with Sofia Vergara. Dude, why the fuck are you asking me that question? Why the fuck are you asking an actor in a movie about Nick Loeb's personal life with his fucking ex? What does that have to do with me? What does that have to do with me? Now, am I supposed to know as an actor the producer and the director's personal legal battles too now? Not only do I have to know as an actor every producer's on it, every investor on it, I need to know every fucking investor and producer's wife's legal embryo battles? Definitely for sure that Nick probably has an axe to grind, right? But it's not my business. Should that be my business? And should that be talked about as part of why I'm in this movie? No. You're fucking wrong, man. And like people are saying this is such a good interview. Bullshit. That's bullshit. I just fucking served you. The film features Milo Yiannopoulos as an abortionist. Were you aware that he was going to be happening? See, I answered this right away and I said, no, I did not. I don't know him. I don't know what he stands for. I don't follow him. Well, he's defended hebephilia and he launched a racist campaign against Leslie Jones over the Ghostbusters movie. He once penned an article where the headline, birth control makes women unattractive and crazy. So he's frankly ironic that he's in this movie. And I wrote, I don't know enough about him. Like, in fact, I'm pretty sure I was like off like for 2 days and they shot a bunch of different scenes and he was in one of them. I didn't fucking know. Like, again, am I supposed to know everyone who's on the call sheets on my days off? I already said that to him. I'm not fucking for any of this shit. I'm not for any, I don't stand for what that guy stands for. There's your duping. I didn't know he was going to be in the movie. There's your fucking duping. There's your dupe. Look at this picture. They took a picture of me in front of my jacuzzi. Yeah, that doesn't want to discredit me or anything, right? Like, that was a picture from the beginning of the pandemic that was used as a promo for a television show, and it was funny. So they got goofy Jamie Kennedy, not knowing shit about abortion, with like this. I mean, come on, man. Trying to fucking point me as a fucking doofus. Go for it. This is the thing. There's an ending credit scene in which the film features Norma McCovey or Jane Roe. The voiceover says that she became a pro-life and it features her giving an anti-abortion spiel. But the documentary, aka Jane Roe, came out last year, featuring McCovey, where she gave a confessional interview saying that her anti-abortion stick was all a lie and that she was always pro-choice, that she was a lesbian, and that she had received bribes from anti-abortion Catholic organizations. McCovey in the documentary provide documentation of the benevolent gifts she received from the organizations to the tune of $456,000. She even says in the film, I think it was a mutual thing. I took their money and they took me out in front of the cameras and told me what to say. So presenting McCovey as an anti-abortion crusader at the end of the film, is now. I go, that's misleading. I agree. That's misleading. I never knew of that. I just was told that she was Jane Roe. So just to let you know, that documentary came out after I completed this movie. I didn't know any of that. We filmed this movie 3 years ago. The documentary came out last year. The Nightline thing that she talked about was real. Now there's new information. The Nightline thing was real. Her deathbed confession is another thing. That is real. What do you believe? But the documentary came out after the movie was done. So maybe even the filmmakers didn't know that, right? That still could be up for debate. I just think a lot of people that are so militant online, I wasn't going to say anything, but so many people started saying stuff and so many people writing articles. I was like, I like the press, but I'm like, dude, like, at some point I got to fucking say my own thing, right? Like, he controlled his narrative and he should, and now I'm taking control of my narrative. And the people who ride with me and believe it will believe it. The people who don't, and that's okay. The bigger takeaway from all this is one word and one word only, and it's conversation. I didn't go into this movie to mislead people. I didn't go into this movie to disrespect people. I didn't go into this movie to stop women from having rights. I went in this movie to be a part of something that would create conversation. I wish it was better conversation, but unfortunately it seems like it's not. But at least it's being talked about. And I did that article because I wanted to bring awareness and more conversation to it. My only hope is that we can figure out how to fucking talk to each other. That's all I want to do. That's why I am the way I am. And I think Hollywood is fucking cooked. That's why it doesn't scare me. It's done, man. It's embarrassing. Like, the product you're making, only X amount of people care about. No one gives a fuck about award shows anymore. You can't tell me it was on the SAG Awards last night. No one fucking cares. I fucking will make my own content independently and be fine. I'll be better than fine. I will thrive. And those who ride with me, ride with me. And those who don't. I'm fine with it. I've done it, man. I've had a fucking great run. And I continue to make what I want to make. I don't give a fuck about movie theaters. I'll be in movies. Sure. Maybe I'll be in a Blockbuster. I think they're going to go away. Streaming, we're all streaming now. From Netflix on down. Doesn't matter. The luster's gone, man. People have ruined it. Part of it is great because they peeled the onion back, but it's done. It's not exciting anymore. And the fun police have come and fucking shut down the party. Try to listen to each other. I joined Patreon, and here's what you're going to do. It's going to be 2 simple tiers. A $5 tier, and that is going to get you the whole video of my podcast. And then I'm going to have a $10 tier, very reasonable. That's going to get you shout outs. It's going to get other clips that you're not going to hear on the pod, and you're going to get some unfiltered thing. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you can, please subscribe. If you like it, hit the like button. That always helps. Your feedback is amazing. Leave comments if you enjoy it. Thank you, guys.